We've not been too bad in the Premier League this season, but the performance has been questionable. But this time around, we saw goals, we saw performance, and we saw a very good mentality. Total domination. We dominated Fulham. Where has this performance been? What a win. What a game of football, and what a performance by Arsenal yesterday. That performance by Arsenal yesterday was one of the best performances I've seen from Arsenal in a long time. To be honest, in a long time, I've not seen that performance from Arsenal. Even this year, I think that's the best I've seen this year so far, because like that first half performance yesterday, we need to replicate that again, because the last time I saw that kind of performance was against Bayern Munich in the Champions. We've not been too bad in the Premier League this season, but the performance has been questionable. But this time around, we saw goals, we saw performance, and we saw a very good mentality, domination, total domination yesterday. We dominated Fulham. Where has this performance been? Where has it been? Although some might argue that we've actually played well in parts of this season, but the performance has been questionable. Beginning of the season, we've been dominating teams, like we're dominating teams, but it just felt like the handbrake was actually still on. But yesterday, the handbrake was released because you could see the freedom in the team, the way they were playing yesterday. And that was a fantastic performance by Arsenal yesterday. Lovely, lovely performance. And it's not just the performance. It's the points. 3 points in the bag makes it 6 points clear of Manchester City, although Manchester City will be playing on Monday against Everton. Never know, anything can happen. You don't know what that 3 points yesterday might have done to Manchester's mentality. Manchester City's mentality, because you don't know what will happen, because Manchester City will be playing against Everton on Monday. So anything can happen. It's not just that they're playing against Everton, they are going away to Everton. And everyone knows that ground is not an easy ground to go. It's going to be a very, very interesting game this time around. Like every Arsenal fan will be glued to the TV expecting Everton to do something. But I don't want to put my hopes there. All I just want us to do what we can, because I believe if we win our games between now and the end of the season and rack up the goals as well, I feel like we're going to get what we need at the end of the season. That was a very, very good win for Arsenal. A big win for that matter. Like it was good to see us playing free-flowing football. Everything was like different yesterday. There was a relief. There was no panic in the stadium. The players were actually feeding off the energy from the fans. That was actually what we needed yesterday. It was a very, very good performance by Arsenal yesterday. Very, very good performance. I'll just start with the lineup yesterday. First of all, to be honest, I'll just hold my hands up. When I saw the lineup, I wasn't too happy, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, because seeing Lewis-Skelly in midfield in a high-pressure game was... I know so many Arsenal fans wanted a change. I've seen some actually wanted Lewis-Skelly in the team, but I was just a bit skeptical, because although when he tried that against Newcastle, when Lewis-Skelly came on against Newcastle, he was very, very good, to be honest. He was good. He was very, very good when he came on yesterday against Newcastle, because he steadied the game, although we're under the cosh against Newcastle. But when he came on, I think the game stabilized a bit. He was able to help us gain control of that midfield a bit before we went on to win 1-0 against Newcastle. But this time around, Mikel Arteta decided to start him from the off, and which paid off at the end of the day, because you could see the way he was playing, the freedom in the midfield, the way he was breaking play, the way he was actually creating openings for spaces, like he was breaking the play, passing through the lines, straight passes as well, which was a very, very good performance by Lewis-Skelly. I was very, very impressed with him, to be honest. Like, I was actually a bit skeptical. Sometimes when he's with the ball, I'm just a bit scared, because he does that thing whereby when he's with the ball, he tries to shield off his defender or anyone that is coming out. He tries to do this shield before he moves the ball. When he gets that ball and he does that thing where he shields that defender, I think it helps to create a lot of space, because he frees off. He takes off like two or three men with him. That's one thing I like about what he does. That performance for Lewis-Skelly was very, very good yesterday. Just allowed Declan Rice to sit in the 6, helping the defense out. You could see how assured, how secure the defense was yesterday. It just felt like we added one more defender to that team yesterday, with Declan Rice playing in the 6. Not to say Zubimendi has not done the job, but the overload, I think fatigue is actually getting to him. I've said it before that he has not played this amount of minutes in his whole career. To be honest, he has not played this amount of minutes. And seeing him have a rest yesterday, although he came on in the second half, but seeing him go to the bench yesterday, I think that maybe that will re-energize him again, give him that extra energy to go on till the end of the season, because we've got a big one in the Champions League on Tuesday. That's massive, to be honest. But before that, that was a fantastic performance by Lewis-Skelly, and big up to Mikel Arteta for his brave decision to start Lewis-Skelly yesterday, and it paid off. You see, the first half, we were just free-flowing. The press was accurate. Everything was just accurate, perfect yesterday. And that first half performance was good enough for us to see the game through. That 3 goals we scored in the first half was just good enough for us to win that game yesterday. We didn't need to go up to second gear. I know people will say, yeah, this is an opportunity for us to rack up the goals and all that. But you didn't need to, because you've got a big Champions League game on Tuesday. So why would you want to go out of second gear and just risk losing some players to injury? You never can tell. So that's the best thing. And I love the way Mikel Arteta decided to take off some players yesterday. Mikel Arteta was actually the man of the match yesterday. To be honest, he was the man of the match yesterday. Forget about what Gyökeres did and all that, but he was actually the man of the match. His performance was good. Everything he did yesterday was just very, very good. And another player I'm going to give kudos to was Bukayo Saka. He has been under a lot of criticism this season. I know some fans are actually not sensitive, but the mindset of us wanting to win our first league is making some fans actually impatient, and you can understand that. But Bukayo Saka actually yesterday was very, very good. He was very, very good yesterday. I think that was one of the best performances of Bukayo Saka I've seen in a while, actually, especially at the Emirates Stadium. When we're playing at the Emirates Stadium, what comes to mind as an Arsenal fan is Bukayo Saka. To be honest, anytime we want to play against any team at the Emirates Stadium, what comes to my mind first of all is Bukayo Saka, seeing what he's going to do in the game. But yesterday, he just did everything perfectly well. He just felt like, okay, let me do the business and go and rest for Atletico Madrid, because the way he was ripping that defender yesterday into shreds, he was just ghosting past him. And the mistake they made yesterday was just leaving one player to Bukayo Saka. Don't do that. You don't do that against Bukayo Saka, even if he's just coming off from injury. You don't do that. I think that was a mistake they made yesterday. Although when they tried to double mark him, they brought in Jimenez to mark Bukayo Saka. That's when he he made him eat grass yesterday. The way he made him eat grass for that first goal, Jesus Christ, that was a very, very good one by Bukayo Saka. And the positioning from Victor Gyökeres, which is another, and I love the way he scored that goal. The way he gave the goalkeeper the eyes was brilliant, and he just placed it into the near post, which was very, very good, and a brilliant goal by Bukayo Saka. And that was good. And another player I'm going to give big kudos to yesterday was Victor Gyökeres. For me, on the pitch, he was one of the best players on the pitch yesterday. He was the difference between us beating Fulham yesterday. He was one of the major difference, because his channel runs were spot on, and also don't underestimate the passes that was coming from the midfield, because I think they were able to understand his game yesterday. They were actually playing to his strength yesterday. Arsenal played to his strengths. When I've said all season, the reason why Gyökeres has not come good for us is because we're not playing to his strength. Even Mikel Arteta has said it. He knows. Because that guy actually, why is it that when he goes for international team, when he goes to play for the international team, he plays very well. All of a sudden, when he comes back to Arsenal, he feels like a robot. He doesn't know what to do. He's confused. You could see the confusion. He makes those runs, those passes don't come. As a striker, you get frustrated. That's what you do. Feed your striker. Just feed him. Yesterday, he was fed, and I feel like he was overfed yesterday, because he should have scored a hat-trick yesterday. That's that second half chance he had. I think he wanted to place it with his right, but I felt like if he had gone with his left one time, I feel like he would have scored that goal. That would have gone under the legs of the goalkeeper. But that was a very good performance by Gyökeres. His channel runs, his movements, the way he was holding up the ball, the way he was linking play with the midfielder, Ibrahimovic, and everything was very, very good yesterday. Very, very good. Very, very good. I love his movement inside the box as well. In and around the box, it was very, very good. And don't underestimate the defenders he came up against, Anderson and Bassi. They are not mugs. They are very, very good defenders. They are one of the best defenders in the league as well. They're very, very good. But that was it. I just love the way he performed yesterday. That was a very good game by Victor Gyökeres. And the defense, that defense yesterday was solid. I think maybe Declan Rice joining into the defense also helped that defense yesterday. Everything about that game yesterday was very good. The only weak link in that game yesterday was Ben White. I feel like he's still a bit rusty. I think he's still panicking, and sometimes if he plays a bit like he's just too sometimes he's just too lazy sometimes to do some stuff that you expect of Ben White. But I feel like I just love the way the fans was backing him, despite the fact that he was missing, he was giving some misplaced passes. There was no groans, there was no mourning. The fans were actually singing his name, trying to cheer him up, trying to push him off the line. And actually, towards the end, it started to get into the game, because we need we need an 100% Ben White against Atletico Madrid, because we need to win that game. That game is the game that we need to win. And it was good to see yesterday. That yesterday was refreshing to see. Everything about yesterday's game was just perfect. The first half was good. The second half didn't live up to expectation because of this amount of substitution Mikel Arteta made, although we still kept control of the game. I think the game plan in the second half was just to control the game, see the game out, keep the clean sheet. And David Raya kept another clean sheet yesterday. He was very, very good. The only one time he was called upon for, I think it was one shot from forgotten that Fulham player's name. He reflects all those of the straight shot. You expect him to save. That's the only one shot on target he had, and that came in the 72nd minute. I can't remember. But that performance by Arsenal yesterday was very, very good. I just love the brace from Victor Gyökeres. He was unstoppable yesterday. He was unstoppable. He was just too good yesterday. And Mikel Arteta, I'll still give big up to Mikel Arteta yesterday. To me, he was the man of the match. Everything he did yesterday was spot on. And we need more of that between now and the end of the season. More of that between now and the end of the season, because we this running is going to be long, because many people think Man City might lose to Everton. I still have a strange feeling that Man City will blow them away. I still have a feeling, except they panic, except they start, and maybe if Man City don't score in the first half, then the panic will begin to kick in. They'll start to rush games, they'll start to hurry up and all that, and they might fall short tomorrow. But let's see, let's hope and see. Fingers crossed we go on to win the league. That was a good performance, and that was fantastic. To me, it was just refreshing to see. Forget about the title race. Just enjoy the football. I really, really enjoyed that football yesterday. I enjoyed what I was watching yesterday. I really enjoyed it. And yes, that's my match reaction for the game between Arsenal and Fulham. It took place yesterday. Good win for Arsenal. Fantastic win. And the running continues. Let's see if we can get over the line. Will this win spark us to victory at the end of the season? Will this win be the turning point to us winning the league this season? Maybe the handbrake Arteta has actually let off the handbrake. We don't know. But let's see what happens with Nani and this season. If you're new around here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Come on, you guys.